Today I am going to discuss about the medical surgical nursing 2 oncology nursing unit 1. In this we are going to discuss about the radiation therapy. So today topic is radiation therapy. So now we will discuss about the definition of radiation therapy. So definition, it includes it injures or destroys cells in the area being treated by damaging their genetic material, making it impossible for these cells to continue grow and divide. So radiation therapy can be provided for the cancer patient. So for this cancer patient, the radiation therapy, it helps to destroy the cells. So to destroy the cancer cells in the area being treated. So which area has to be treated? So in that area, particularly in that area, the cancer cells can be destroyed by the radiation therapy, and it damages the genetic material of the cancer cells, and it is impossible for these cells to continue. So it is because of the radiation therapy, it is impossible to reproduce and to continue grow and divide. So because of the radiation therapy, there is impossible to grow again and recurrence of the cancer cells. So the radiation therapy, it can be destroys the cancer cells and it damages the genetic material of the cancer cells, and it is making impossible to the growing of the cells continue and divide. It is a definition of the radiation therapy. And next one is the team, the radiation therapy team. In this team, how many members can be included? What are the team members can be included in the radiation therapy? We will see. And in this team, there is a radiation oncologist. So there is an oncologist, means there is a cancer doctor. The radiation oncologist can be included, and the dosimetrist means there is a how much dose the radiation should be administered to the patient can be declared by the dosimetrist. Dosimetrist means there is a how much dose radiation can be administered to the patient can be decided by the dosimetrist. So how much dose has to be given to the patient according to the patient condition, the dosimetrist will plan the dosage of the radiation. And next one is medical oncologist. There is a medical oncologist can be present in the radiation therapy team. So these are all the team members of the radiation therapy. Next one is indications. So indications includes there is a curative radiation therapy. Curative radiation therapy, it includes, it is used to eradicate the tumor or eliminate all signs of the cancer. So the radiation therapy, the main goal is to eradicate the tumor cells and reduce the cancer cells and to eliminate the all signs of the cancer. So the curative radiation therapy can be used to eradicate the tumor and eliminate all signs of the cancer. So all the signs of cancer can be decreased, and there is a tumor cells can be eradicated by the curative radiation therapy. Next one is palliative radiation therapy. It can be used to reduce the symptoms and metastasis, respiratory and urinary system paralysis from spinal cord compression. So the palliative radiation therapy can be used to reduce the symptoms. The main goal of the radiation therapy is used to destroy the tumor cells and eradicate the signs of the cancer. So reduce the signs of the cancer. In this palliative radiation therapy, it can be used to reduce the symptoms and metastasis. So the spreading of the cancer can be reduced in the palliative radiation therapy, and respiratory urinary system of the cancer can be decreased by the palliative radiation therapy, and paralysis can be occurred by the spinal cord compression. If the patient having spinal cord compression, there is a chances to get the paralysis. So we can decrease by the palliative radiation therapy. So because of this palliative radiation therapy, we can reduce the symptoms of the cancer, and we can eradicate the tumor cells of the patient. So next one is adjuvant radiation therapy. Adjuvant radiation therapy, it can be used after the surgery for breast cancer in order to reduce the risk of cancer reoccurrence. In adjuvant radiation therapy, it can be used after the surgery. So after the surgery, the cancer cells to be removed. If not removed properly, completely, if the cancer cells cannot be removed completely after the surgery, and we can provide the radiation therapy to treat the cancer cells. So in this adjuvant radiation therapy, there is a used after the surgery. Example, breast cancer. So if the patient having breast cancer, the breast has to be removed. So after the surgery, the radiation therapy can be provided to the patient. So and it reduces the risk of cancer reoccurrence. So it can reduce the occurrence of the cancer. It is called as adjuvant radiation therapy. It can be used after the surgery and for example breast cancer, in order to reduce the risk of cancer reoccurrence. Next one is prophylactic radiation therapy. Prophylactic means there is a prevention. So prophylactic radiation therapy means used to prevent cancer cells from growing in the area receiving the radiation. So it is the prophylactic radiation therapy means it is used to prevent the cancer cells. Okay, it can be used to prevent the cancer cells to grow. So in the area receiving the radiation. So while giving the radiation, the cancer has to be decreased. The cancer cells has to grow, become decreased. So it can prevented by the prophylactic radiation therapy. There is a to prevent the cancer cells from the growing in the area of receiving the radiation. It is called as prophylactic radiation therapy. And next one is types of radiation therapy. There is a two types of radiation therapy. First one is external radiation therapy and the internal radiation therapy. First we will discuss about the external radiation therapy. So definition, it includes the, it is also called as teletherapy. So external radiation therapy, it is also known as teletherapy, and it is administered by machine at a certain distance from the specific area of the body. So in the external radiation therapy, the radiation could be, the radiation should be delivered by the machine. By using machine, the radiation should be administered to the patient. So the machine has to be certain distance from the specific area of the body. So the distance has to be maintained between the machine and patient. So the machine should be at certain distance from the specific area of the body. So if the patient having liver cancer means there is a distance should be maintained between the body and the machine. So next it is given outpatient basis in hospital. So the external radiation therapy can be delivered the radiation in a outpatient department. So outpatient basis we can give the external radiation therapy in a hospital or in a clinical. We can give the external radiation therapy. The external radiation therapy given for 5 days in a week. So in a week the 5 days can be administered the external radiation therapy. 5 days in a week the external radiation therapy can be administered. And the external radiation therapy, the external radiation therapy, the radiation can be delivered for the bladder cancer and brain, breast and cervix, lung cancer and vaginal cancer. So these are all examples for the external radiation therapy can be given to the bladder cancer, brain cancer and breast, cervical and the lung cancer and vaginal cancer and prostate cancer. So we can administer the external radiation for these cancers. So it is the external radiation therapy. External radiation therapy, it is also known as teletherapy, and it can be administered by the machine at a certain distance from the distance from the specific area of the body. It is given outpatient basis in hospital or a clinical. It can be administered for 5 days in a week. So there is an example for the external radiation therapy. There is a bladder and brain cancer and cervical cancer, lung cancer. For these cancers we can administer the external radiation therapy for the patient. Next one is sources. Sources means the external energy for the external radiation. From how it comes means there is a sources includes the electromagnetic radiation and the particulate radiation. So in this electromagnetic radiation, the radiation comes from the X-rays and gamma rays can be used in the external radiation therapy. In the electromagnetic radiation, the sources means the energy for the external radiation, it comes from the sources includes the electromagnetic radiation and particulate radiation. In this electromagnetic radiation, the rays comes from the X-ray and gamma rays can be used in the electromagnetic radiation. Next one is particulate radiation. In this particulate radiation, there is a weapon can be used to introduce the beams. So there is a particulate radiation, there is a beams can be used into the weapon can be used to introduce the beams into the body to destroy the cancer cells in the particulate radiation. Particulate radiation means the weapon can be used to introduce the beams into the body to destroy the cancer cells. So these are all the sources of the external radiation therapy. The sources can be include electromagnetic radiation and the particulate radiation. And sources, there is a electromagnetic radiation and particulate radiation. Next one is methods of next we will discuss about the methods of external radiation therapy. There is a 4 methods includes the intraoperative radiation therapy and stereotactic radiosurgery and stereotactic radiotherapy and 3-dimensional conformal radiation therapy and intensity modulated radiation therapy. So in these methods, first we will discuss about the intraoperative radiation therapy. Intraoperative radiation therapy means it is given during the surgery. So during the surgery, the radiation to be administered to the patient, it is called as intraoperative. Intraoperative means during the surgery, the radiation to be administered to the patient, it is called as intraoperative radiation therapy, and it is used to treat localized cancer. So the intraoperative radiation therapy can be used to treat the localized cancer. So localized cancer means the cancer can be confined to the particular area. So this after the surgery, the cancer cells cannot remove completely. So the cancer cells should be remaining in this means the cancer can be treated by the intraoperative radiation therapy. So it is used to treat localized cancer. Localized cancer means the cancer can be confined to the particular area and that cannot completely removed, that have a high risk of reoccurring in nearby tissues. So there is the tumor cannot be removed completely and there is a high risk of reoccurrence. So for these tumors there can be a intraoperative radiation therapy can be done, and one large high energy dose of radiation is given directly at the tumor site during the surgery. So intraoperative radiation therapy, there is a large dose of radiation can be used in this and at the tumor site during the surgery. Large dose of radiation can be given directly at the tumor site during the surgery. Intraoperative radiation therapy means during the surgery the radiation to be administered to the patient, it is called as intraoperative radiation therapy, and it is used to treat the localized cancer. Localized cancer means the cancer can be confined to the particular area. So the intraoperative radiation therapy can be used to localized cancer and that cannot be completely removed and that have a high risk of reoccurring in the nearby tissues. So the cancer cannot be removed completely and there is a chances of high risk of the spread to the nearby tissues, and there be a using of one large dose of radiation therapy to given directly to the tumor site during the surgery. It is called as intraoperative radiation therapy. And next one is stereotactic radiosurgery. There is a large dose of radiation can be used in the treatment of benign and malignant brain tumors. So in this stereotactic radiosurgery, there is a large dose of radiation can be used in the treatment of benign means there is a the cancer can be confined to the particular area, and the malignant means there is a the cancer spread to the other parts of the body. So in this stereotactic radiosurgery, the treatment can be given to the benign or malignant brain tumors. Example, epilepsy. If the patient having fits, and we can administer the stereotactic radiosurgery therapy. So the radiation can be used in the treatment of benign and malignant brain tumors. It is called as stereotactic radiosurgery. Next one is stereotactic radiotherapy. It is same like stereotactic radiation therapy. So in this stereotactic radiotherapy, the radiation can be administered to treat the benign and malignant brain tumors and to deliver radiation to the target tissue. There is a large dose of radiation can be administered to the target tissue in the stereotactic radiotherapy. It is called as stereotactic radiotherapy. Next one is three-dimensional conformal radiation therapy. There is a large dose of radiation therapy to be administered to the target tumor with a radiation beams. So there is a target tumor can be selected and the radiation should be delivered to the target tumor with a radiation beams. And the example, prostate cancer and the lung cancer and liver and the brain cancer for the three-dimensional conformal radiation therapy. There is a large dose of radiation can be administered to a target tumor with a radiation beams. And next one is intensity modulator radiation therapy. Uses a radiation beams to deliver different doses of radiation to small areas of tissue at the same time. In this intensity modulator radiation therapy, the radiation beams can be delivered in a different doses of radiation. So in this different doses of radiation can be administered to the small area of the tissue at the same time. So small area of tissues and there is a different doses of radiation should be administered to the small area of the tissue at the same time. Example, there is a tumors in the brain, neck and breast, liver and lung cancer. There is a intensity modulator radiation therapy means there is a different doses of radiation should be administered to the small areas of tissues at the same time. These are all the methods for the radiation therapy. There is a intraoperative radiation therapy. It can be administered during the surgery and to treat the localized cancer. Localized cancer means there is a confined to the particular area. It is intraoperative radiation therapy. And next one is stereotactic radiosurgery. The radiation can be used to treat the benign and malignant tumor. And next one is stereotactic radiotherapy. It is same like stereotactic radiation surgery and to deliver the radiation to the target tissue. Next one is three-dimensional conformal radiation therapy. Target a tumor with radiation beams. And next one is intensity modulator radiation therapy. There is a radiation beams to deliver the different doses of radiation to small areas of tissues at the same time. So thank you.